My name is Amanda. I'm from Raindrop Incorporation, the authorized solutions provider for Oracle plus NetSuite in Nepal. Ever since our partnership with Oracle plus NetSuite, NetSuite has helped us increase our brand recognition with our clients by directing our clients to a cloud solution that was built not only 20 years ago, but can save our clients hundreds of thousands of dollars with its low costs and high return on investments, all the while streamlining the businesses. So we'll showcase an example of how NetSuite streamlines the business. We'll take procure-to-pay process. So let's just dive into it. This is the procure-to-pay process. And as you can see, there are three processes. So there's the purchase requisition, there's the purchase order, the requisition is converted to the order, and then the billing and payment is done. So there are three rules. The first is of the employee who enters the requisition. The second is of the manager who approves of the requisition, then creates the purchase order, then reviews the item, and then receives the item where the receipt is formed. Then the next step is for the finance department. After receiving the item, they bill the item, and then it is ready for the amortization schedule, and then it is reviewed and the bills are selected to be paid. We can do bulk payments as well, depending on how many items are there in the account receivables. And then there's the process for the payment. We can accept check or cash or any other method of payments. So let's dive into the NetSuite account. So this is the website for NetSuite. As you can see, there's the login button here. And then you just enter your email address. My email address and password is set up. So you log in to your account. And as you log in, you see that I am Turgut Osman. I'm an employee at Gill Inc. This is the company logo. So this is my dashboard. It's purple in color. You can set it up. You can set your preferences. And then this is my landing page. That is the dashboard. We call it the dashboard. And you can see there are different portlets in my dashboard. These are my portlets. You can personalize. You can add different, portlets. Let me add a report snapshot and show you how easy it is through our drag and drop feature. So you can see that this is a report snapshot for my top 5 earned value. So we can again set it up. We can have another snapshot. Maybe I want to see time by project. So you can save and the snapshot is updated to time by project. As this is pretty new, I'm a new employee, so I don't have much information, but this is one of the easy drag and drop features to personalize your dashboard. And there's the calendar, and these are my employee center. These are the links, shortcut links to different transactions or different things that I do that is relevant to my work. And I have the settings, Portlet as well, where there are shortcuts to my settings. So let's begin with entering a requisition. So here in my purchase portlet, there's the requisition subtab. So I just enter a requisition. So I'm target Osbin. Maybe since I'm into sales, or okay, so I want to show my clients a lot of our products. What I need is an iPad so that it's easier for me to showcase our products to our clients. So as you can see, the requester, I am target Osbin, so I'm the requester. I'm the internal department, and so I don't, for this particular demo, I'm gonna you know rec- rec- uh, request for an item. I want an iPad. So I want an iPad. As you can see, uh, these columns are filled. So you can see that this is our location, the product item description, I just want one, and the vendor is Apple Inc, etc. So you just add the item, and as you can see, the approval status. So it is pending approval. Hence, this means that as an employee, I request the item which needs to be approved by the manager. So you just save it, and you can see that I am Turgut Osman, who has ordered an Apple iPad. So these are other uh, more details about, maybe the approval status, the department, the location, which subsidiary, etc. And you can see other, these are other subtabs. You can see the related transactions. As of now, there are none. So next is now, like I said before, the status is pending approval. So my requisition has been confirmed. So now let's change the role to the US Purchasing Inventory Manager. Now, the first, okay, so the first process, that is the purchase requisition, is done. Now it comes down to the manager who needs to approve the purchase order and then convert the requisition to an order, right? So this is the dashboard. I am Edgar Manis now, and I'm the Purchasing Inventory Manager for Gill Inc. As you can see, the dashboard is completely different than that of an employee. There are uh, this role is given a lot of more permissions and access. Hence, there are a lot more things in comparison to the limited role of an employee. So now you can see these are my reminders. So these are my key performance indicators where you can, compare your current to your previous, and you can even see the change. And this is my KPI meter. Right now it shows sales, which I can change to maybe open purchase orders. See, it's very easy in NetSuite. This is my navigation portlet. These are the shortcuts to all the things that are relevant to me as a purchasing inventory manager. And this is the navigation portlet again. There are a lot of weekly order trends, monthly order trends, anything. You can always, change it. You can remove it. Maybe I don't want this. So you can just simply, there's the remove button, and just by a click it's removed. So again, let's get back to our procure to pay. So in my reminders, there is the requisitions to approve tab button. So you just click on it, and then you see that there are two requisitions from Turgut Osbin. So um, my requisition, the document number in my requisition was 39. So I know this is my requisition, the latest one. Or else, if you're not so sure about, which requisition we're talking about, we can always use the global search, where we can just, type in requisition and colon and the document number. My document number was 39. So as you can see, this shows up. You can make use of the global search. You can click on it, and then it goes directly to the requisition. As you can see, I can see that the requisition needs is pending approval. So what I can do is that I can see the details. Okay, so Mr. Turgut wants an iPad, right? So okay, I think I'm gonna approve it. I'm okay with it. So what I do is I press the edit button, and then you see the approval status, and then you just click on approved, right? So you click on it, and you can see other parts in this form. So once you're okay, we're using the primary requisition form. So once you're okay with all of the items in this form, you just press on save. So once it's saved, you can see that the status is pending order. So the requisition has been approved. Now the requisition needs to be converted to a purchase order. So now you can see it clearly mentions that, and you can see that the confirmation is done. So the next step is to convert the requisition to the order. So you can see here there is the create purchase order button. It's a simple way of converting the requisition to an order. So you just press on the button, and you can see that your requisition number is 39. This is for your reference. And as all of the other things mentioned here is okay, so we just press the submit button. Oh, sorry, you need to make sure. Okay, you can do a bulk conversion to purchase order, or you can just press on the item that needs to be, the requisition that needs to be converted to the order. Once you do that, you press submit. So you can see right now that the vendor is Apple Inc. The status is not started, so the purchase order has not been started yet. So you just press on the refresh button. So after you press, you see that it's been complete. As this is a demo account, this is how it's done. But in reality, this takes it takes a little time, so it's not as fast like it is right now. So once it's been complete, it's been complete. Now what you do is you click on the purchase order number, which is 13518. So this is my purchase order number. So you can either click on it and then you know so it directly links to the purchase order. So you can see that it has been approved by the supervisor, but it is pending receipt. That means we haven't received the item yet. But once the vendor ships the product or delivers the product to your office, you can click the receive button, and then it's this easy. So we know, so this is our reference number, and on this day we have received our item. So our item has been checked, and then all you need to do is press the save button. So once we do this, we can see it has been confirmed. We can check the GL impact of this transaction. So you can see that the item receipt number is 5420, and that our accrual expense account has been credited and our inventory account has been debited. So this is our GL impact. This happens in real time, so you can see real time impact on your general ledger. So let's return to our receipt. Now what we can do is we will since another process has been completed, we have completed the receipt. Now it's down to the financial department, where they have to bill the item, and then you can check for amortization schedule and then review and select bills to be paid, and then there's the process for payment that follows. So let's see how that is done. So we need to change our role to controller. So once the US controller is Mr. James Gauthier, so you can see that he has a complete view of his dashboard, different view of his dashboard. So these are his reminders, Portlet, and then these are his financial ratios. These are all KPIs. You can see it for this fiscal year versus last fiscal year and the changes. And again, these are his navigation portlet. It's again completely different to what our previous roles have been. These are completely different. So these are all relevant to his specific role. You can see top 5 customers by balance, and other navigation portlets and key performance indicators. So back to our procure to pay. Now in the reminder, you can see that there's this purchase order to bill button, right? You just click on it. Since we need to bill the item, now what we can do is normally the transaction that is latest is on top. So that's the normally, but in case if it's what you cannot find what you're looking for on the top, you can always use the filters. So Apple Inc. So we are purchasing an iPad from Apple Inc. Right? They're the vendor. So you can just enter your order number. Our order number is 13518, right? So you can press on enter, and you see that this is the transaction that we've been looking for. There's a checkbox. So you just press on the date, right? And once you do, it leads you to the purchase order. So you can see that it has been approved by the supervisor, but it is we've received the item, but it is just pending bill. So what you do is you can see all the details. This is a completely different form. So you press on the bill button, right? And once you do, it so it automatically leads you to the bill form. So we're using the primary vendor bill form, and the terms are 2% 10 net 30. The vendor is Apple Inc. We're subsidiary US1. It's for internal department. This is the item that we're billing. So you just, after confirming everything, you press the save button. This automatically has an impact on the GL. So we can always, view the GL impact simply like this. Everything happens in real time. So you can see that our action has been confirmed. Now what we can do, now we can see that the bill is open for payment. Now we can, as it has a direct impact on the GL, we can have a look at the GL impact. You can see that the accounts payable is credited and the accrual expense account is debited. So let's return to the bill. Now, as we know that the payment is open, so we can make the payment. So after looking at through everything, we finally decide to make the payment. So it's very important to understand which account to use. Since we are paying in cash, we'll be using the cash operating account. The currency is USD, dollars. So after again going through everything, you have to see that the address is already, the address, this thing is already populated. So you can see, since this is checked, so we know that we're making a payment for this item, right? Or you can check the mark all. You can make payments for everything. You can do bulk payments or you can do individual payments. So once you know that you're making a payment for this item, you just press on the save button, and again, once you make the payment, it automatically has a GL impact. So we're going to check it again. This is all real time. Everything happens in real time. NetSuite makes the process a very seamless and easy way. Now you can see that the account payable has been debited, right? And the cash operating account has been credited for this amount. So as I told you, it has a real-time impact. We can see the impacts in real time, very different to any other softwares out there. So with this, we come to an end of the procure-to-pay cycle. We have requested for an item, we've waited for the approval, then once it has been approved, we've converted the requisition to a purchase order, then we have waited for the receipt, and then the receipt has been gone down to the finance department, who are in charge of making the bill for it, and then for the payment process we have received cash. So with this, we come to an end of our procure to pay cycle.